guys, it's Alice with Vintage Galley Teen. So I entered myself in a challenge at challenge slash swap at Your Paper Pantry, and what we need to do is create some masculine cards, and they need to be happy birthday cards. So the first one I'm starting off with is the stamp set I'm using is Polyclear Hero Arts, and this stamp, I don't know if it has a it doesn't really have a title or a name or anything, but it's just a Hero Arts, and it's a Father's Day stamp. And what I'm creating there is I'm trying to make like a little pattern of tools, and then they also have like the screwdriver, and I'm just going to create the card, like kind of creating my own pattern paper. And I kind of messed up a little bit on the screwdriver on the bottom, but I'm still gonna go with it, and that little piece of black paper kind of helped it out to kind of hide that. So I'm using now it's a dewdrop, let me see what it's called. It's a dewdrop VersaMagic Cloud White, and it's chalk ink, and I'm just using the happy birthday, let me see, it's a Stampin' Up Endless Birthday Wishes, and I'm using the happy birthday sentiment, and there's several happy birthday sentiments there, so I'm using the little bit larger one, and I'm just doing that to the, now right there I'm using some of the Stampin' Up, what is it, like the little pop dots, that's the leftover. So that's what I like about some of this, or all of the Stampin' Up pop dots. You can just continue using whatever's left over, like nothing is really left over. You don't throw away it's all useful. And I'm just adhering that to some black cardstock, and then I'm going to adhere the pattern paper that I made to that cardstock. And then of course I adhered it to a card, and that card is an A2 card. And then for the inside, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to get some black ink, which is the tuxedo black, and just ink that up, and I'm going to do the same thing for the envelope so everything could match. I think that's going to be pretty. And then here are the pictures. And I wanted to create each one differently. I wasn't sure because it doesn't really specify if I have to create each one the same. So I wanted to just kind of express myself and make different masculine birthday cards. And so now I'm using the Newsworthy paper pad, and I think this is by Paper Studio. And so I'm going to use that sheet, and I'm going to cut it up to fit my card. And I'm going to use 2 to 3 layers here. Let me see. I'm using that blue cardstock, and then I'm going to use that picture of the car. And then of course the card on the bottom, and I'm using the craft color card. And that one's very simple because it has a lot of stuff going on around on the paper, so I really like that paper. That's pretty perfect for a masculine card. And then here I'm just going to get a little bit of my cream cardstock, and I am going to use Stampin' Up, I think it's Costal Cabana ink, and I'm just trying it out because I really hadn't played with the happy birthday in that, and so I like it, so I stamp it down. Then right here I learned a little trick. I have a hexagon Stampin' Up punch, and if I angle it a certain way, I can make those little like a little banner at the end. So I thought that was so cool. So now I'm using, these are a little bit thicker pop dots. I wanted it to pop up a little bit more. And on the inside, I'm just going to use some of the paper that was left over and just round the corners off, which I do with mostly everything, and mainly all my cards are always rounded off. And then I'm going to fussy cut a card that I really liked so I could put in front of that envelope. And I'm going to use my Tombow. But right here I messed up because I dropped a little bit of glue right in the center of the envelope, and I really didn't like the way the presentation wasn't nice. So I'm going to get another envelope and I'm going to try to take that off. Well, I do take it off successfully. But so that envelope I'm going to have to use for something else. Probably just, I also got myself into mail art swap. So I'll probably use that one and do some art on there, doodle. And here are the pictures. Okay, then right here I'm just getting my score. This is the Martha Stewart that I've had for a while, and then I'm just going to score because I'm going to make my own 5x7 card, and so I'm just going to score it right where I need it and cut it down. So that's going to be my main card. Then right here I cut some of that cream cardstock, and then I found another image. Also, this picture is from the Newsworthy paper pad that I got the other one from, and so I'm just keeping it almost the same. It's just a different card. And then since I'm using a black cardstock, I go back and I use a black, I think I do use a black banner. Yes, I do. Okay, so I cut up a strip of black cardstock and I am inking up with that same VersaMagic, I think it's called VersaMagic. Yes, VersaMagic Cloud White. And I do Happy Birthday using the Endless Sentiments, Endless Birthday Wishes. And then right here I'm just gonna adhere that, and I'm using, of course, again the thicker pop dots. And just looking for a small little sheet so I could do like a little banner. And I think what I'm gonna have to do with that, well, I think I already packaged them. I wanted to put like a small little cream sheet in there so they can write something. I completely forgot. I have it right next to me, and it just. And then for the envelope, I just got a small card again. Here are the pictures so you can see. Just like a kind of match. I like that. And then for the next card, I'm using the craft card, and then I'm going to use a heavy cardstock, which is that black one that I've been using, and just using my dimensionals from Stampin' Up. And then I really like this is by Echo Park, the stickers I'm going to be using. So I'm going to be using now Mustache. And that strip, I actually use it again in the inner part of the card. And so there's a little tag that says Happy Birthday, so I thought that was perfect. So I'm using the thicker pop dots for this. And then I really like those banners in that sticker sheet, so I'm going to use 3 banners on the top, and then I decide to use some inks here and there. I kind of wanted to get out of my comfort zone. I don't do this much. I see Sandra Oh Snap Gonzo use a lot of different inks, use a lot of different mixed media stuff, and I just love the way her pages come out. And so I'm just like I said, I'm getting out of my comfort zone and trying this, and I really do like the way it looks. But I also want to add some gears, so I kind of cover some of that up, but because I really wanted to use the gears on that one. And then on the inner part, it's still kind of wet, so that's why I'm letting it set a little bit. So I'm just gonna put the mustaches there. And that's pretty much it. Here are the pictures. Oh, and I added that mustache right on that envelope. I thought that was cute. Okay, for my next card, I'm doing the coffee cup from Perfect Blend. This is from Stampin' Up, and I thought it'd be perfect. A lot of melt coffee drinkers, I would think. My husband does drink coffee, so I thought this would be perfect. All I did here was I stamped it with my chocolate chip Stampin' Up ink, and I got a brush. I'm actually waiting on my aqua painters to come in, but those work really, really well from what I've seen other people do in their videos. So I'm just using a paintbrush that I have, and I got a little bit of water and some of that chocolate chip ink, and I just colored in those areas, and I think it looks really, really pretty. And so I'm just fussy cutting right now. Okay, so here's the endless birthday wishes sentiment. Happy birthday again. I'm just using, this time I'm using a smaller one, which kind of fits perfect. Not kind of, it does fit perfect right inside the mug. And so I find it easier to take off the stickers of the image on the stamp so it could stick on the clear block on the Stampin' Up. Or don't put the stickers on top if you purchase any Stampin' Up stamps that go on your clear blocks. Just don't put the sticker, and it adheres easier on your acrylic block. And I'm just using again some of that cardstock, the blue one, and I'm going to ink up some of that dots from the Perfect Blend stamp set. No, I'm sorry, that's not the Perfect Blend. That comes in the Gorgeous Grunge. Yeah, that's a Gorgeous Grunge. And then I'm just using like ink blots. And then I use some of the dimensionals here for the cup. And on the same the sentiments there with the endless birthday wishes, there's one that says hip hip and then a hooray. So I put them together so I could put hip hip hooray all throughout the card. And I'm using the same, I think this is, yes, chocolate chip ink from Stampin' Up. And then in the inside I'm just going to ink it up again with chocolate chip, and I'm going to put the coffee cup down, and I'm going to do the same thing for the envelope. I just didn't show that, but I did do that for the envelope as well. And that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I know it's a little bit long, but I thought this was pretty fun, and thank you so much for this challenge. And if you guys are looking to swap, go check out yourpaperpantry.ning.com. I'll leave the links below and all the information on the products that I use down below. Thanks, guys.